Most people believe change fails because they're weak, undisciplined, inconsistent. They tell themselves, I know what to do, I just don't do it. But this explanation is comforting because it keeps the problem personal. What if change doesn't fail because people lack discipline, but because they misunderstand how behavior actually works? There's a woman named Lisa. For years, her life looked broken. Smoking, drinking, debt, jobs that never lasted. Then something strange happened. Within a few years, she quit smoking, lost 60 pounds, ran a marathon, built stability. Not because she became stronger, but because one thing shifted. And it didn't happen through motivation. It happened through habit. A habit isn't a decision. It's a loop. A cue triggers a routine, which delivers a reward. The brain doesn't care if the habit is good or bad. It cares if the loop works. Once the loop forms, behavior becomes automatic, even when it no longer serves you. This is why people repeat behaviors they hate and fail at changes they believe in. We like to think willpower is a trait, something you either have or don't. But willpower behaves like a muscle. It fatigues, it depletes, use it all day, and it disappears exactly when you need it most. This is why smart, disciplined people still collapse at night. Why good intentions don't survive stress. The problem isn't character, it's biology. Here's the counterintuitive truth. You don't delete habits, you replace them. The cue stays, the craving stays, only the routine changes. People who successfully change don't fight their habits, they redirect them. This is the golden rule of habit change, and it's why most self-improvement advice fails. But replacement alone isn't enough. When stress spikes, habits snap back. Unless something else exists. Belief. Not belief in discipline. Not belief in goals. Belief that change is possible, even on bad days. This is why recovery works better in communities. Why shared stories stabilize change. Belief turns temporary change into identity. The same rules govern companies. High-performing organizations don't rely on motivation. They build keystone habits, small behaviors that reshape entire systems. When safety became the habit, performance followed. When routines changed, culture changed. Strategy didn't come first, behavior did. If you're trying to change your life, your company, or your habits, stop asking, why can't I stay disciplined? Start asking, what loop am I trapped in? What cue keeps triggering this? What reward am I actually craving? Change isn't about becoming stronger, it's about becoming more precise. This channel isn't about forcing change. It's about understanding behavior, so change becomes inevitable. Because once you see how habits really work, you stop blaming yourself. And once you stop blaming yourself, you can finally design a life that works.